So into the arena and approaching the boxing ring is one of the best three-round IBA boxers in the world, Bobo Usmon Baturov. Now an undefeated professional, 4 fights on his record, 3 wins, 1 draw. So not a perfect record, but an undefeated record, 29 years of age now. And in the 3-round format of boxing, terrific career, culminating with an Olympic quarterfinal place in Tokyo.
Добро пожаловать! Арена ждет тебя! Встречайте из России Данис Gabdrafikov!
His opponent is from right here in Ufa, Danis Gabdrafikov. 25 years of age, he too brings an undefeated record to the boxing ring. 3 fights, 3 wins, 1 of them coming inside the distance, and back in Ufa for the first time since his professional debut some 3 years ago.
Впереди 6 раундов бокса, весовая категория до 67 килограммов. И я представляю вам участников этого поединка. И первый боксера, который выйдет на центр из черного угла. Ему 30. Его официальный вес 66,8 килограммов при росте 178 сантиметров. Его профессиональный рекорд 3 победы и 1 ничья. Он обладатель золотой медали исламских игр в Баку, чемпион азиатских игр, чемпион Азии 2019 и 2021 годов, бронзовый призер чемпионата мира 2019. Дамы и господа, встречайте резкий, взрывной и опасный парень из Чизака, не имеющий поражений, Bobo Usmon Baturov. И его визави. Он, напротив, выйдет на поединок из золотого угла. Ему 25. Его официальный вес 66,9 килограмма при росте 170 сантиметров. Чемпион Приволжского федерального округа 20 и 24 годов. Победитель Спартакиады России 21 года. На профессиональном ринге идет на серии из 3 побед. Его спортивный дух поднимают родные стены, и боксировать дома для него высокая честь. Дамы и господа, приветствуйте, любимец башкирской публики, всегда уважителен к своим соперникам, поэтому бьет аккуратно и наверняка. Представляющий клуб «Фаворит» из Уфы, Данис Gabdrafikov. И за порядком в ринге следит наш уважаемый рефери Алишер Алтаев, Казахстан.
Okay, guys. Head up. No holding, no low blow. Listen my command. Shake the hand. Good luck.
So a quick look at the tail of the tape between Danis Gabdrafikov and Bobo Usmon Baturov. We're underway. 6 3-minute rounds in the 67-kilogram welterweight division. The man wearing the black trunks trimmed with gold, looking to get over the front foot as it is wont. Takes a good southpaw left to the body.
No holding, no holding.
This is Bobo Usmon Baturov, 2019 World Championship bronze medalist. Baturov in the 69-kilogram welterweight division. Some running repairs required to the right boot. Some binding tape finding its way onto the sole of the boot of Bobo Usmon Baturov. In addition to that 2019 World Championship bronze, back-to-back King of the Continent in 2019 and 2021 at 69 kilograms welterweight. Just scored with a good right cross to the body. The southpaw, wearing the white trunks trimmed with gold, is Danis Gabdrafikov. Counter right hand while skipping off to his left. Bobo Usmon Baturov on the front foot, but he's in with a razor-sharp Gabdrafikov in the first minute of this opening round. Nice left jab to the body, but countered by a southpaw left immediately from Gabdrafikov. The battle for foot position between the orthodox and southpaw boxer. Doing an outstanding job so far, approaching the halfway stages. Gabdrafikov giving his man angles, and I can tell you from my ringside commentary position that the two men are stepping on the lead foot of one another. Nice solid jab from Bobo Usmon Baturov, but it was countered immediately by Gabdrafikov. Gabdrafikov looking for the left hand to the body once again, but it was long. Two men fencing with the jabs. Left hand whipped into the body from Gabdrafikov as Bobo Usmon Baturov marauds his way forward. The two men testing the strength of one another on the inside. And it's shaping up in this type of territory and posture to be a typical Bobo Usmon Baturov affair. Physical, marauding, rugged fighter. Likes to take it to his opponent. You can see just looking to use the space of the ring. Beautiful check right hand from Gabdrafikov. It caught Bobo. Oh, what a right hand in response from Bobo Usmon Baturov. Now it's been ruled a slip. And again, between orthodox and southpaw boxers, the legs can tangle. But for my money, it was a howitzer of a right hand that sent him to the canvas as the legs entwined. Well, we'll have to take a look at the replay sequence because that has been ruled a slip or a trip to the canvas. But I think that Danis Gabdrafikov, who has worn the shot well, I think he tripped over a right hook, or excuse me, a right hand. That sent him to the canvas. No count forthcoming. And that coming after a terrific check right hand was landed by Gabdrafikov. We get to see that incident on the replay sequence. Because again, mentioned how close the lead legs of the orthodox and southpaw boxer were coming together. I think Bobo Usmon Baturov landed a right hand. Let's see if we get a look at it during the replay sequence. Terrific punch picking. And there's an example of the legs tangling earlier in the round. See, there's the check right hand from Gabdrafikov. But now how that has not been ruled a knockdown, I will never know. That is staggering to me. But it was ruled a slip. But it was a cracking right hand picked by Bobo Usmon Baturov. Remember, this is professional boxing. So a knockdown should be scored as a 10-8 round. Remember, in IBA boxing, the three-round format, a trip to the canvas won't necessarily result in a 10-8 round. But that is clear a knockdown, as you could hope to see. Ruled a slip by the referee. Slung into the body from Bobo Usmon Baturov. Physical on the inside once more. Both boxers engaging in rabbit punches, wrapping their opponents around the rear of the head. Bobo Usmon Baturov just edging his way forward. Baturov maintaining the gap with beautiful footwork. Circumnavigates the ring. Gabdrafikov digging away with that right hand. Tying up his man with his left is Baturov. His man forwards as the legs tangle downstairs once more, and look at the entwinement of arms and tessellation of torsos upstairs in this battle between orthodox and southpaw boxing. Drilling his way forward unrelentingly. Here's Bobo Usmon Baturov. I mentioned the fact that he won consecutive Asian Championship contests, 2019 and 2021. 21 run to the gold medal bout. The final was actually cut short, ending with about 30 seconds to go in the opening round against Ablikhan Jasupov of Kazakhstan. Clash of heads opened up a cut, and so the portion of the round that was completed. Grafikov looking to establish that counter southpaw right once again. That was scored by the judges, and Bobo Usmon Baturov was declared a split decision victor to successfully retain the 69-kilogram welterweight crown as king of the continent in the Asian event. Nice right jab to the body from Gabdrafikov, and then a counter right jab upstairs, catching Bobo Usmon Baturov as he was loading up. Lots of thinking on the edge of range before fully committed burst of activity, particularly from Bobo Usmon Baturov. Looking for that check right hand once again was Gabdrafikov, not able to spin off the line because he found the torso of Bobo Usmon Baturov in his way. Idea as to how close the lead legs of the boxers were coming together, or are coming together during the course of this contest. Looking for room to peck and poke with his scoring punches is Danis Gabdrafikov. Crowding and swarming all over him is Bobo Usmon Baturov.
Секунданты за канаты.
Time.
Round 3.
Okay, guys. No holding, okay? Okay. Box.
So before the referee calls time to begin round number 3, speaking to the boxers to reduce the holding. Bobo Usmon Baturov creeping his way forwards across the canvas, circumnavigating the boxing ring, both clockwise and counterclockwise. Is Gabdrafikov. That was a tangle. Looking for that check right hand once again was Gabdrafikov. But there you see the territories in which the boxers want to operate. Gabdrafikov in the space of the ring with a gap between himself and his opponent. He looked for a shot out of that southpaw stance. He was picked off by a right hand to the body from Bobo Usmon Baturov. And because he has been such a prominent competitor in IBA 3-round boxing, I've commentated on this man extensively over the years. Look at that with the rapier-like southpaw right. Good work from Gabdrafikov, looking to swarm and maraud his man once again. Here's Bobo Usmon Baturov. At the 2019 World Championship, he was outpointed by Great Britain's Pat McCormack. Was Bobo Usmon Baturov. Pat McCormack ending up with a World Championship silver, losing to Andre Zamkovoy. Zamkovoy, familiar rival with Pat McCormack, who's currently undefeated in the professional ranks over in the UK. What a left hand from Danis Gabdrafikov, picked exquisitely and catching Bobo Usmon Baturov squarely on his chin and dropping him heavily to the canvas. We are only just beyond the midway stage of this 3rd round. Now, how is the recovery of Bobo Usmon Baturov? Claiming his man to allow his senses to clear and his coordination to recover. But that was a cracking left hand. And unlike the knockdown scored by Bobo Usmon Baturov, it was countered by the referee. Bobo Usmon Baturov sending his man to the floor with a right hand in the 1st round, but it was ruled a slip. Absolutely no doubt about this one. A cracking shot detonated onto the chin of Bobo Usmon Baturov, sending him to the floor. Bobo Usmon Baturov appears to have recovered. And now, after claiming his man in a clinch on the resumption, well, I was going to suggest that he was looking for his own offense. Now Gabdrafikov tying him up, sticking his arms beneath his armpits in a bid to prevent him from working away. Closing seconds of the third round. High drama in this third stanza, because Bobo Usmon Baturov, the front foot pressure fighter, deposited on the canvas by a cracking shot from Danis Gabdrafikov. The impact doubled up because Baturov invariably was coming forward. Physical and untidy, but the moment of quality produced by Danis Gabdrafikov was eye-catching indeed. Here it comes, the left hand over the top, catching Bobo Usmon Baturov as he was coming forward. The impact doubled up and sending him to the canvas.
Секунданты за канаты.
Time. Hey guys, I'm holding. Okay.
Четвертый раунд.
We're going to the fourth round then. Danis Gabdrafikov southpaw right jab and looking to jam on his ankles and change direction once again. Bobo Usmon Baturov, as well as being eliminated by Pat McCormack in this. Oh, that's a firecracker of a right jab from Gabdrafikov, coming up from around his knees, and he lands a left cross while ghosting away to his left in clockwise fashion. And up on his toes with space between himself and Bobo Usmon Baturov. Well, Gabdrafikov is making it a contest on his terms. Bobo Usmon Baturov, when he can get close and launch his marauding attacks, he brings himself altogether more into proceedings. But at this type of territory, just on the edge of range, the footwork and punch picking of Danis Gabdrafikov in front of his home fans, back to the venue where he made his debut back in October of 2021. He can maintain that space between himself and the man from Uzbekistan, puts himself in a really strong position. But here, Bobo Usmon Baturov, this is his wheelhouse. Up close, physical, on the inside. Pat McCormack eliminating Bobo Usmon Baturov at the semi-final stage of the 2019 World Championships in Yekaterinburg. Commentated on that tournament. McCormack on his run to World Championship silver. It was Pat McCormack who eliminated Bobo Usmon Baturov at the quarter-final stage of the 2020 Olympic Games. The tournament taking place in the summer of 2021. McCormack prevailing on a 4-1 split. Prevailing over Aiden Walsh at the semi-final stage on a walkover, being outpointed by Roniel Iglesias, who competed in IBA Champions Night action in Aguascalientes, Mexico just 2 weeks ago. What a contest here Mark Verde produced in a battle with the reigning Pan Am Games champ. Mark Verde, former Pan Am Games champ, world champ, two-time current Olympic champ as well. Roniel Iglesias. That is an idea of the caliber and quality of the contest you see on IBA Champions Night events. Top operators from IBA 3-round and Olympic boxing facing off against their peers. That's a demonstrably low blow from Bobo Usmon Baturov, but no complaints from Gabdrafikov. Again, that is an instant indication of the caliber of the quality that IBA Champions Night boxing consistently produces. Well, that was very much a street fight in the closing stages of that fourth round. Bobo Usmon Baturov specializes in that physical type of affair, but there, wonderful punch picking out of that southpaw stance, that flashing right jab been invariably looking to spin off the line after landing it. Usmon Baturov really getting up close to his opponent. The referee has told them at the start of each of the preceding 3 rounds to reduce the holding. Such is the intensity being brought to the proceedings, particularly by Bobo Usmon Baturov. He wants to get up close and rough his man up on the inside.
Раунд 5.
So we move into the 5th round. This is 67-kilogram welterweight action scheduled for 6. Both men just inside the 67-kilogram welterweight limit. Gabdrafikov was 100 grams heavier at 66.9 kilograms to the 66.8 of Bobo Usmon Baturov. That's a solid right hand landed by Bobo Usmon Baturov. One that has been in camp 2 months, getting ready for this contest. Professional boxing and IBA Champions Night event for Bobo Usmon Baturov is what he told me. Of course, he got at liberty to change his mind. As unlikely as that check right hand would have slipped because the legs did come together on that occasion. He's unlikely to pursue a second Olympic place. Bobo Usmon Baturov. There's 1 global qualifier remaining, taking place in Thailand. End of May and start of June. And again, look at how physical it is at close quarters. And despite being put in a headlock, it's Gabdrafikov who's spoken to about keeping his head up. Nice left uppercut landed from Gabdrafikov. As Bobo Usmon Baturov timing with his man once again, but it's he who takes the trip to the canvas. So beyond the halfway stage of this penultimate round. Hard left hand. Thought it was driven forcefully into the body, but I think it actually glanced off the solar plexus, and Bobo Usmon Baturov, perhaps some desperation creeping into his work here now, telegraphing that right hand from last week, and was easily evaded as the 2 men engage in rabbit punches once again. Looking for the counter left hand to the body once more is Gabdrafikov. Hard right hand driven in on the inside, and look at this more fest that is taking place. With 2 minutes gone in the 5th round, another tangle ensues on the resumption. And this time Bobo Usmon Baturov taking his man down, sportingly helping him back to his feet. But it's becoming increasingly untidy, increasingly physical. And the referee with a stern talking to in the direction of Bobo Usmon Baturov. There he lands a good right hand before claiming his man at close quarters once again. Gabdrafikov looking to prove Bobo Usmon Baturov equal in that regard. And this is very physical, very untidy on the inside. Looking for the right hand to the body was Bobo Usmon Baturov, but he only found the left forearm of Gabdrafikov, who scores with 2 cracking left hands over the top. Remember, that was the shot that sent Bobo Usmon Baturov to the floor in round number 3. And in the closing stages of the 5th round, he found a home for his overhand left out of that southpaw stance twice in quick succession, and it just seemed to disrupt the boxing stance of Bobo Usmon Baturov. He remained on his feet, has made it back to the black corner, but for my money, he needs a massive final round just to get back on terms. The action from round number 5, a round that was almost exclusively fought at this type of territory. Southpaw lefts in the closing stages were able to be landed by Gabdrafikov, 2 of them in quick succession. There they were, catching Baturov as he was employing the layback, exacerbating the effect of the shot. Remember, that's the fate that befell Prince Nazim Hamed in his only defeat in his professional career when boxing against the baby-faced assassin Marco Antonio Barrera, looking to employ the layback from that flexible waist, and Marco Antonio Barrera was able to catch him on the end of it making it look like a far heavier shot than it perhaps actually was. As we move into the 6th and final round, the crowd increasing their decibel level because their fighter, their local homeboy, Danis Gabdrafikov, lands a good right hand in the face of the advancing, hard-charging Bobo Usmon Baturov. And Bobo Usmon Baturov is likely to demonstrate his style of fighting, which is exclusively on the front foot, exclusively physical, and at short and mid-range. Well, he's going to have to produce his best example of it here in this 3rd round, but it's very much a case of matador against onrushing ballers. Danis Gabdrafikov sticking his tongue out now, and another southpaw left deposits Bobo Usmon Baturov on the canvas for the 2nd time in the contest, timing that shot perfectly, reading the hard charge of Bobo Usmon Baturov, and as he was advancing, he ran into a lethal left hand from Danis Gabdrafikov, and it dropped him for another count for a 2nd time in the contest. Confidence oozing through the veins of Danis Gabdrafikov now. He knows that he's got the power and timing and judgment of distance to put his man on the floor, and he has done so twice, and on each occasion it has been a southpaw backhand that has sent Bobo Usmon Baturov to the floor, reading his man beautifully, letting him plant his feet into the canvas to begin his charge, and then as he moved forward like a sprinter out of the blocks, he was run into a wonderful southpaw left hand. So beyond the halfway stage of this 6th and final round, and Bobo Usmon Baturov needs a knockout here. But Danis Gabdrafikov, now he's coming forward because Bobo Usmon Baturov looking to lure him into his web. But Gabdrafikov engaging with the crowd, raising that right arm in anticipation of the verdict, because he looks for a check right hook, but against the decorated 3-round boxer, the Olympic quarter-finalist, the World Championship bronze medalist from 2019, back-to-back Asian crowns in 21 and 2019, as well as an Asian Games gold in the multi-sport event in the year before in 2018 for Bobo Usmon Baturov. Beautiful footwork out of the corner from Gabdrafikov. Bobo Usmon Baturov with success with the right hand. He needs a KO here now, and he's running out of time in which to find it. Danis Gabdrafikov shows good footwork right from the opening bell. Bobo Usmon Baturov has made it physical, has made it untidy and rough on the inside. That is his modus operandi. But he was read beautifully on 2 occasions, in the 3rd round and the 6th round, Gabdrafikov, and he knows that he has done enough to produce a victory for his home fans here. Finally, an embrace of respect after the 2 men engaged. Something of a baleful stare as the bell sounded to conclude round number 6. But a very good display indeed produced by this man, Danis Gabdrafikov, dropping his man twice. On each occasion it's a southpaw left. On both occasions it was a southpaw left that floored Bobo Usmon Baturov. Now this man, for my money, scored a knockdown in the 1st round that wasn't counted because he produced a right hand that caught Danis Gabdrafikov while his chin was high up in the air. And here we take another look at the southpaw left, bringing about celebrations in the gold corner from the coaching team of Danis Gabdrafikov. Fantastic punch picking from the southpaw, and just looking to discourage Bobo Usmon Baturov with those celebrations. Hard physical contest, that one, in the 67 kilogram welterweight division. But for my money, it is Danis Gabdrafikov who is going to be declared a commanding winner. Now, had that knockdown been scored in the 1st round, it may have changed the approach of Danis Gabdrafikov. He may have had to go in search of Bobo Usmon Baturov if he conceded the 1st round 10-8. But that isn't what took place. And that is how significant incidents which aren't registered or aren't accounted for, that is how they can affect the course of a contest. Because if the knockdown was scored, it could have completely changed the complexion under which it was boxed. But that isn't what transpired. And it's Danis Gabdrafikov who's about to be declared a unanimous points decision victor. Let's get official confirmation. Bobo Usmon Baturov makes his way to join the referee at center ring.
Уважаемые дамы и господа, давайте поблагодарим парней вашими аплодисментами, бурными и продолжительными. Они выложились, они устроили настоящую зарубу. Это был красивый, мощный поединок. А теперь давайте обратимся к судейским запискам. Все трое судей посчитали это противостояние единогласно, с результатом. Первый судья 58-55, второй судья 58-56 и третий судья 57-55 в пользу победителя, которым становится Данис Gabdrafikov.
So Danis Gabdrafikov declared a winner on points to extend his unbeaten start to his professional career. Nice to see that respect between the victor and the corner team of the men he has just conquered. Nice to see the respect between the boxers as well. But Danis Gabdrafikov extends the perfect start to his professional tenure. Very good display indeed, neutralizing the front foot pressure that Bobo Usmon Baturov, the 2019 World Championship bronze medalist, was looking to assert. He suffered defeat for the first time as a professional. Danis Gabdrafikov rolls on undefeated, dropping his man twice during the course of that contest, on each occasion with southpaw left hands, first in the third round, then in the sixth and final round. Bobo Usmon Baturov, that was the knockdown that wasn't scored, and had it been scored, well, it could have resulted in a change of tactics being implemented by Danis Gabdrafikov. But there, the left-hand knockdown scored by Danis Gabdrafikov. Corner living every blow of the bout. That was the left hand. Such a prominent punch in the repertoire of Bobo Usmon Baturov, and there was the knockdown in the sixth round. On each occasion, the southpaw left doing the damage, catching the advancing Bobo Usmon Baturov to double up the impact. Wonderful punch picking from the southpaw, and delight for his home fans and more immediately his corner, as he is declared a commanding victor on point.